Wardsville Creek.
Just a random stream
This
today.
region was a
Bored.
thriving mining town, alive with the hustle and bustle of the
Random talking to
1800s
people, you
gold
know.
rush. Recently became the center of an extraordinary mystery,
AKA
one that
depressed.
intertwines the modern day with the legends.
But I actually like
of
my
the
life and
past.
all. Like what I do, who I am, but I get kind of lonely sometimes when I'm not with my daughter, you know. So. Barely fit into my pants here. Haven't used them for several months. I'm getting so thick, you know.
A structure resembling a massive doorway or perhaps a secret passageway.
Always somebody there.
To the very earth itself. In one of his
Hello,
statements,
Jade.
he explains that he saw
Crossdresser.
something that he wasn't supposed to see. And after publishing the video, it amassed millions of views and caught the attention of a lot of people. This is what he saw.
That thing was open. It opened completely up, and then it closed back up. And there's a little slot in it right up there. You can see that little slot where it looked like somebody was staring out of.
What looks like a giant rock door, or maybe even a secret passageway, can be seen in his video. After being posted, many internet users left comments saying that this had to be something that was placed there. It doesn't look natural. Not only that, other internet users also stated that this
You look so good when dressed up. Actually, I think I look pretty good overall. So, don't come here pretending you're straight, bro. I'm not into this sissy crap. That's offensive to me.
Many native tribes that talk about the possible existence of giants, and one that occupied the Pacific Northwest side was the Wierd tribe. Not only that, in the past couple of years, for some mysterious reason, there have been so many strange sightings of these supposed
You look so good when you're dressed up.
all over the world that it's taken the internet by storm. Take a look at this video, for instance, posted recently by Brown Fit Boy in Cape Town, South Africa.
Good. Now you're talking more respectful.
There was also the Andrew Dawson case, which I featured.
I get a lot of stares from women outside
and many other videos,
as a dude.
such as this one posted recently by several people.
Lots of likes on the dating apps just for my appearance alone, so it's very offensive to me to be told I only look good when I'm dressed up. I know I'm a handsome guy, so that crap, it's not what I recommend you to start saying to me. I'm not a sissy crossdresser. I'm not into the pretend to be a woman stuff. I'm a dude. I'm just a very pretty dude when I want to. I'm always a handsome dude. Let's ask the women I dated. Most handsome dude I ever been with.
From a trucker in Mexico, which I believe is one of the most compelling
Not women.
when it comes to giant humanoid creatures.
Dude, man. I'm a beast. Guess how many cross-dressers I blocked on sites for writing that alone? Just jealous they don't look good as dudes. Can't attract women, so they start writing that crap, you know.
Suggests that there's still something out there, something that may connect.
I don't cross-dress because I have bad self-esteem and hate being a dude.
And the video recently posted by James Gobble may actually help connect some of these missing links. Are there actually secret entrances to a cave or tunnel system built thousands of years ago by an ancient civilization of giants? Are they still alive today? And is there a huge cover-up to hide their existence?
Not pretending to be,
After James Gobble
not
posted
pretending
this
to
video,
be
it
straight. I'm a gay
amassed
crossdresser.
millions
You
of
look
views,
very
so
handsome
much
as a
attention
man
that
also.
within days, hundreds of people were visiting this place to make sure that it existed and to find out if there was some.
I don't know what to say about that
Well, it turns out
behavior. I don't
there
understand it.
is.
So we are at
If you're
Corey's
gay, it sounds
Drive
closeted somehow, you know.
and there's somebody
I don't understand
following
that
all
crap,
the
to be honest.
and they're at the first tier. And this is the
But
closest
whatever
anybody has ever
makes
been.
you,
Now this is
I don't know.
super steep, you guys. Look,
I suspect not everybody can know before they join a stream. If they haven't read everything, you know, like a manual, manuscript, you know, like what to say and what not to say about the person they're watching. So I guess I'm gonna try to not be that edgy. I'm always edgy on my streams when somebody says something, you know, either they misgender me or they say something stupid, you know, like.
Made it up that. We'll go in there. See what all I can find. I'm almost. I think so, thanks. If you look, right down there is people. I'm gonna head up and see what all.
Even though the climb is way harder than he had imagined, he continues on. And this is what happens.
Alright, so I'm on the other side of the face. Here it is. That's oh, here it is. Right there. Right behind me. That's how far down I am. That's what I gotta cross to get back. Alright, so I just made it up more. It's literally right there. I don't know if I'm gonna go.
Scared everyone away, I guess.
But somebody made it up as far as I have. Because there's some footprints. I mean, they're pretty big footprints, like, in holes. Like, that one's way bigger than my foot.
You look so pretty like a girl.
This is it.
I'm so tired of that crap.
Oh, it's blurry. Back down the bottom.
Did you see that? He spots what actually looks like a giant.
That's not what I want to hear.
Next to his.
I want to hear you're beautiful.
It's massive, and most internet users agree. that
You're
this
just
is most
beautiful, a
likely
beautiful being.
But what made it? In another video, also posted by Matchmade1 and Autumn Dawn showed, they climbed down the hill with the rope to test if the supposed door is hollow or there's a box. This happens.
I'm watching a lot of weird stuff today, you know, like a marathon of, this
Did you hear that? It actually sounds
paranormal
hollow,
and
most
glitch in the
people seem to
Matrix and
agree. Whatever's going on here, it might
giants
be
and UFOs and all of that stuff I like.
And being that in a specific video, James Gobble captured
I
what
don't know,
looks like
I can't live without that stuff. This reality bores me so much without it.
He's being watched.
Right trucks. No license plate.
It could just be that this is no ordinary rock. It could be something else entirely. But I'm gonna leave it up to you. What do you really think is going on here?
Only at night.
Entrance for a giant
Only at night
door.
sometimes I go out when it's not Arctic cold like in Sweden. It's several degrees below zero and it's like nightmarish. Oh, hello, Omega. Oh, you just woke up. I woke up really early. I wake up even on the weekends, like super early, even if I go to bed late. I have like insomnia.
I remember when I was much younger, one of my favorite things to do on the weekends was to watch a good movie. At that time, there were no streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and things like that. You would actually have to go to the movies or rent one on a Blockbuster store to actually watch your favorite kind of movie. And I vividly remember once going into a Blockbuster store and trying to pick between two similar movies. One was Kazan, and it featured Shaquille O'Neal as a main actor. And the other movie was Shazam, and it featured Simba as a main actor. Both movies were very similar and featured a genie that fulfilled other people's wishes, but they were different movies and had different covers. Nothing strange about that, right?
It's very fascinating with the Mandela effect.
I just recently found out
There's no way to me that it could be explained by bad memory, collective bad memory. When cameras and objects for some reason can remember it, it stands to reason it's just it's been there are objects in this reality that become multiversal. For some reason they get connected to every possible timeline. That's my theory. They get connected to every timeline, and then they have the evidence from a timeline that was just erased. They gather it, for example, photos, videos of something that shouldn't exist in this reality, but existed in the past reality, because the universe basically merged with another universe, and it's like the principles of time. It's a time paradox, and it's like the Ouroboros principle of the snake. We don't know where it begins, like the beginning and the end. So what came first, the head or the tail? That's the same with time. That's a phenomenon that's real in science. You can say for sure that the past is the thing that came first. The future can rewrite the past. So if something happens in the future, this is quantum physics and quantum entanglement stuff. This is not even new age crap or some mumbo jumbo esoteric stuff. This is just science. So the time can be rewritten from the future, because particles exist in three places, at least three places at once, past, present, future. So the Mandela effect is like proof of the future altering the past. And some objects, they remember something that happened, and some people too remember it, because some people seem to transcend time. Like me, I remember everything that shouldn't be here. Like I remember every Mandela effect when I have even evidence of Mandela effects, like on my computer. Like my uncle being in a place he never were, and I'm talking to him, He's on a documentary in a movie, from the war, from the country I came from, and a place where he's never been. So he actually shows up in a movie he's never been in. And there's proof of that movie, and he's seen it. He says, like, this is the craziest stuff I've ever seen, he said. That's me, but it's not me. It's like another me from another time, he said. Yeah. So the Mandela effect is not bad memory. It's evidence of the multiverse. So it fascinates me when I see these errors. These are people that you're not supposed to remember this. For some reason, some people get like anomalous. They remember things they shouldn't. Like it seeps through every dimension in that sense.
This picture I saw on Facebook, I knew there was a cornucopia of balloons, because why else would I know the word cornucopia? Like Thanksgiving maybe, but no, I remembered it. And balloons, it's like, no, it's never there, it's just a fruit. Y'all remember this too, right? Like I'm not just burning.
So I need to weigh in on the Snow White Mandela effect. Now, some of us
Mirror on the wall. Yeah, that's the universe I come from.
Mirror, mirror.
When I was a child, I remember the movie. I had seen it so many times. Mirror on the wall, not magic mirror.
The Mandela effect is that she always said, magic mirror on the wall. Magic mirror on the wall.
It is And it's also in a way, it's also comforting in a way because it proves that we exist in every timeline, every possible outcome, indefinitely. So we're literally immortal. So when we die, we might just jump timeline. That explains why some people have the feeling of like they died, but they survived some miracle. They might have actually died and just jumped timeline. And their consciousness, for some reason, just jumped to another universe and restarted before they died because they didn't want to leave the matrix, the simulation, the universe, whatever it is, this reality. I actually, I've never said it before, but I tried to kill myself in my youth. I miraculously survived. I was supposed to be killed by a train. I would have been killed by the train. I might have been killed by the train, but survived. I just woke up somewhere else, just a few tracks away, and that set me on course on self-improvement and becoming spiritual and awake, and everything in life fell together for me. So after trying to kill myself in my youth, I was really fucked up with depression and anxiety back then, like beyond anything I can even explain today. So I tried to kill myself and end it. I was super drunk, tried to kill myself, and I survived. And I thought it was divine intervention. So it led me to a path of knowledge, an awakening, finding a purpose with existence that's higher than the.
But here's the thing: if these VHS tapes are the real deal, there should be a scene from the movie uploaded somewhere on the internet, and apparently there is. I came across.
And if I would have died that day, I would never have had my daughter now. So that's the thing. I knew I wasn't supposed to die. So
Inside this movie scene.
because my daughter needed to be here. I sound crazy as fuck, I know, but I don't care. Maybe one day humanity will understand what I'm talking about. I seem to be ahead of my time in many aspects.
A tale, one of the most debated Mandela effects of all time.
I had my old psychologist, he said that same thing, you know.
Pay very close attention to this next part.
When I started opening up about what I knew, he said, "You're probably a genius." He said, "I've spoken to so many people with super high IQ." He said, "But you seem to be something else. You're like never spoken to anything like you." He said.
Nelson Mandela dies at 68.
So my main issue, according to this psychologist, was I'm too complex as a person that I can't even lower myself to become simple, to like have a normal life like others. And my issue is that I'm out in the multiverse, trying to figure out their existence, how everything works. So I forget about things like, getting a job, education, and all of that sheeple stuff, to get in the system and be a good slave to the system with a purpose.
However, thousands of internet users are not convinced. Many state that the movie.
You need to come back to this reality, he said, or else you're going to be alone your entire life. And he was right. I've been alone my entire life after the divorce. So I can't come back to the simple, mundane world. When I sit somewhere in public, I'm thinking about, synchronicity, how everything's connected, how every person is playing a part of a bigger picture, how every person is part of like a chess piece that's what's going on in my mind. But I have like this stare that's completely devoid of emotion, just looking at things and scanning the environment.
Did you find it online? No.
Several internet users actually stated having worked at Blockbuster and remember the difference between the covers of Shazam and Kazam. And one of them actually gives details on how the covers were different.
I love when you find the evidence about stuff from the former universe.
Even describes the movie. Creepy, isn't it? But it gets even creepier. Other internet users remember the same thing. One states, my memory of Shazam is this. Shazam's plot would symbolize a genie who was about
In all fairness, the mundane be boring. Yeah, it's super boring.
If there was no Shazam movie, how is it that
people just talk about, talk about the weather and the jobs or something on the television, some famous person, like nothing deep, nothing special, nothing about purpose, why they exist.
What are your thoughts on this mysterious phenomenon?
Sometimes I like to ask people just the question, the trick question, why do you exist? They're like, what? I never thought about that. That's the last thing I've been thinking about. Just go to work. Devoid of inner monologue, that's called. Devoid of inner monologue. NPC. Human NPC, the term. Or if you use the spiritual term, backdrop character.
In 2014,
Like a person that's just existing, energy that just exists but no purpose and no self-awareness.
Explore whether animals, including dogs, could see ultraviolet wavelengths. Their findings were very interesting to say the least. They concluded that certain animals, notably dogs and cats, are capable of perceiving frequencies invisible to the
That's
human
great to
eye.
hear. It's a sign of self-awareness, being aware of your existence and
speculations about what these creatures might be seeing.
finding a higher purpose with your existence, way of thinking, because most people don't even think about it. They don't think if there is a purpose to their existence or existence at all, or the universe, or life and death and consciousness and nothing. So it's completely void. Nothing scares me more than that emptiness when I speak to people.
Suggests that dogs and cats might actually have access to realms beyond human
To
perception,
realms.
potentially glimpsing into dimensions or realities unseen by humans. Some speculate that these animals could be sensitive to phenomena such as ghosts or paranormal events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here in my living room again, which is right by where that chair moved the other night. And I don't know, there's been like scary going on around that. What was that? Oh,
Human.
And from
Oh,
the hundreds of videos
yeah.
where dogs and animals can be seen reacting in very strange manners, sometimes barking or staring at absolutely nothing. From all of these videos that could maybe prove the existence of ghosts.
I can tell that my daughter is very self-aware and enlightened already at her age. She hasn't even turned 8 and she's already talking about different dimensions and what happened before Big Bang, black holes, how black holes work, what they are, what happens, and everything about consciousness, the soul, the purpose of existing, and is life a dream? And I've had all of these conversations with my daughter. She's lit as fuck for her age, super awake, more awake than a lot of grown-ups I talk to. So.
Clearly disturbed, her dog continues on barking as if there's something there, something that Emma can't see. And intrigued, but at the same time scared, Emma continued on recording, and this is what she caught on camera. Did you see that?
Very interesting in the video I'm watching. I think they talking about dogs now and the cats. The researchers have studied their eyes, and found that they perceive ultraviolet light. And there's like many light spectrums that exist in simultaneously that the human eye can't capture, like everything from infrared to ultraviolet, gamma rays, everything. It's you can't see it, but it's always there. And that's where a lot of the metaphysical, paranormal stuff happens. Like that's why dogs and cats can see things humans don't, and they stare like they can sit and stare at the wall. They're actually seeing something that's real, and it's been proven by science now. They actually study their eyes. They found they see ultraviolet light.
Declan's mom,
So they see things that aren't there for our eyes, but for their eyes that are real. So they're not psychotic and just looking at the wall because they're bored. They actually see things. So you should always pay attention to your animals, how do you behave. They see things you don't. I thought about other versions of me. Yes, that's a good, very fascinating thought. I've been thinking about the same things myself. What would have happened if I was another person, if that didn't happen, and if I didn't. Sometimes I feel, like I have a shitty life, all of those thoughts. I don't have money, I fail, I suffer with depression, and have to fight all of these battles that a lot of people never have to go through because they are like born in a situation where that doesn't play out in their life. They are like privileged from the beginning and they don't have to suffer in the same way, but they can suffer, of course, in other ways because everybody suffers in their own way, even if some people don't have the same suffering as others. Nobody's free from suffering, obviously. But in my case, if I wouldn't have gone through what I've done all of these, like born in a civil war, struggled with school, depression, and autism, and all of that, and I would never have been the person I am today. I would never have awakened my potential in that sense that the universe confirms everything I do 24/7 by synchronicity. Like master numbers, everything I do is a master number basically. I check my phone, it's 11:33. By randomly I get 33. Every video I have is glitch at 33 views for several days. 33.3333, 1111, 222. Master numbers from the universe. That means you are one with the source. You're one with the divine consciousness of the universe. So all of this just, happened for a reason in my life. If I would have just been like a normal person, I wouldn't have had these insights I have today. So I'm grateful in a way, even though of course, it hasn't been easy being me. I feel grateful that I've had this journey. So it was meant to happen. There's a reason to the pain. It's there to teach me, to make me grow. So I know it's how to deal with it and why it's there. So that's why I don't hate my life, who I am, because I have a purpose.
This huge humanoid creature lurks in the woods. But the thing is, most of the videos or pictures that we see may actually be doctored.
And I think our different versions sometimes interact through the multiverse. Like when you get a deja vu feeling, it's the other you from another timeline telling you something, and you are connected through quantum entanglement through different universes. It's very fascinating.
This mysterious humanoid creature. This is what was taught recently.
Damn, I'm thick. My pants can barely fit in my pants. I haven't worn them in several months. My ass got so big I can barely fit in them. It's funny because even when I'm not cross-dressed with makeup, if I go to a store in the summer with these pants on and I just have to pick up something and bend over, from the something down on the lower shelves, I always capture some dudes shaking out my ass, and thinking I'm a woman because I have my hair to my shoulders, and then he sees he's a guy and feels so ashamed. It's funny. It's like, I'm not gay, I don't really mean to look at you, bro. Well, you got such a big ass. Shit, the Bigfoot is going crazy in the forest.
a crime scene in the middle of the woods with the intention of capturing human activity, but instead, it captured something else entirely. After being uploaded, the video caught a lot of attention, and most internet users...
Yeah, that's real Bigfoot. No human can lift a tree like 30 feet long tree like that. They always say it's a dude in a costume. No dude in a costume can lift a tree that's a tree like that and just boom. That's yeah, he said tree like that.
Not only that, this is one of those few videos where Bigfoot isn't blurry and you can actually see its face. I want to know your thoughts.
Bigfoot is real. I've seen a Bigfoot in Sweden. It's super rare, but I've seen a Bigfoot.
Or is it maybe one of the best Bigfoot videos out there? And does it actually prove
They're humongous.
such creature? Well, that's it for now, but we do have more.
I spend a lot of time in the forest and the woods, and when it's not this cold, so I see a lot of things than the average person don't see.
Strange videos and stories.
Why isn't the video coming there? Why? Why is there no video here? Oh no.
Upptäck bilar av alla märken och modeller. Var och en inspekterade våra bilexperter. Åtgärder vid behov och levereras med minst 6 månaders garanti. Hitta din begagnade bil till bästa pris på autohero.com.
Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. If you're into creepy and weird things, hit that like button.
Let's see if I missed
That subscribe.
something here
Oh,
now.
by the way, yet again, these are videos submitted by my very young wife. So thank you, Emily. Alright, let's keep it going.
The Earth's circumference is 600 times 6 times 6, or 21,600 nautical miles. The Earth's axis, its orbital inclination around the Sun, is 66.6 degrees. The Earth's orbit around the Sun is 66,600 miles per hour. This one's hilarious, y'all. The speed of sound is 666 knots per second. Both the North and South poles are at 66.6 degrees. And let's not forget,
Huh? What do I do now?
66 days in space. Good job, baby. Good job. Diameter of the moon, 6 times 6 times 60. 2160.
Look at my these pants.
Venus is 464.
My ass like
867.
looks like I'm wearing leggings, but just normal.
Mars is at 1.666 astronomical miles from the sun. The Earth's circumference is 600 times 6 times 6.
606 times 6 is
600 nautical
666.
But what's the distance to the moon? 6 times 60 times 666? Oh yeah, 239,700. The diameter of the moon is 6 times 6 times 60. What about Ceres?
Nobody's live is in the
Why
stream now.
does this keep happening? Why? You know, there's so much number play here. It's kind of like, have you ever seen Pi 2.14? It just keeps coming back over and over again in so many mathematical formulas and things around. So I feel like maybe there's some of that going on. What is that other movie? It's like a movie where he sees like the number 23 on everything. Nicholas Cage, does that ring a bell? Now I'm not even sure. But regardless, yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, very nice.
Don't think we're not living in a simulation.
How could what you use?
Who is the creator of the simulation? There was a professor at Oxford who wrote a paper about this back in 2003, and the postulate is he thinks it's future versions of ourselves. So he thinks we're in what we call an ancestor simulation. There are others who say it's God or pure consciousness. outside of the matrix. So all the religions, pretty much all of them, have been telling us that the physical world is not the real world, that there's another world out there beyond it, like more than a 50% chance. Those are pretty high odds. As I studied the different religions, I realized that they were telling us the same thing that modern computer science, modern physics is starting to tell us about the nature of reality.
You still think we're not living in a simulation?
Bro, this is crazy. This is legit crazy. I mean, simulation. Don't almost like all the big brain guys, like such as Elon Musk, regardless of what you think of him, doesn't he also think we live in a simulation? So maybe, guys. But it would be so nice. Do you guys know how to break free of the simulation? Can you please teach me how? I would like to meet the other world. I would like to just be like, hi, I entered. Do it, but would I want to come back? I like this one. The little games in this one. We're all going together. We're all going together.
Okay, over the last 3 years, you have been subjected to the most massive, harmonized, globally coordinated propaganda campaign in the history of the Western world, full stop. With this campaign, the governments of many Western nation states have turned, okay, this is key, military-grade psychological operations strategies, tactics, technologies, and capabilities developed for modern military combat against their own citizens. These are inconvenient facts. The world that many of us believed existed no longer exists if it ever did. Welcome to 5th generation warfare. The battlefield is your mind. Okay?
Whoa, wait, what? So a lot of the stuff that they're using on us, and they're coming after our minds. What's with this hamburger thing, and why is there something being injected into it? We know about the food craziness, so somehow the food is messing with our mind. And we already knew the food was already harmful.
Yeah, the food is like
You know what? I'm just trying to live here. How am I gonna
poison,
live?
but there's nothing you can eat.
How are we gonna live?
Basically, everything is contaminated.
What is the right course of action? Like where? So I just source my own food. That's the only way. You just source your own food. That's it. There's the solution, boys.
Commonly grown mold, one is peanuts and one is cooked rice. In 1921, Japan passed.
Of course, they have to include peanuts. I eat peanuts all the time because it's so high in protein.
It's a heart condition all through Asia. And so the Japanese government passed the Rice Act in 1921, putting stringent rules on the storing of cooked rice because they found this mold with its particular mold weight or mycotoxin was directly affecting the heart. So when this Rice Act went through, cardiac beriberi was wiped out. And that's why when you go to Asia today, you'll never eat day-old rice. We should eat rice fresh every day. You want to make sushi? Cook the rice in the morning, make sushi for lunch. You want to make a rice pudding, fried rice, cook it that morning and then make it a few hours later. Some say, what if you put it in the fridge? You can cook it in the morning and put it in the fridge and maybe eat it in the afternoon, and maybe you can cook the rice at night, refrigerate it and have it the next morning, but you never let it go more than 24 hours. It can grow a mold and we can't even see it.
Not all mold is dangerous either, so like I eat cheese, like moldy cheese, the best thing I know. Yeah, I'm okay actually. I just felt, kind of lonely today, and that's why I'm streaming. Went to the town just to see people, basically, to stores and yes, supermarket. Sometimes I go to the supermarket just to run into people.
I had a lady to our
It feels like I have a social life,
She said, when I was at uni, studying
When I talk to random clerks in the stores and
positive for mold. She said it was peanuts and cooked rice.
buy things too,
Oh my god.
cheap stuff or have much money, so.
The food narrative campaign
So yeah, quite interesting. Definitely did not know this was gonna mess with so many Asian folks like anything. I don't know if they know that. You know, I personally did not know this myself. I'm eating rice no matter what. You know, whether you get it from Chinese takeout or not, I'm still eating that rice, you know? And now there's mold. Wait, so wouldn't the mold die once I ingest it?
Of course, I have
Don't people eat mold and they're okay?
existential issues too, but there's nothing like I can't cope with. So if you can deal with it and manage it, it's manageable. It's not worth complaining about or talking about. So I'm doing fine in that sense.
If you didn't know, there has been a satanic elite that has been controlling the world for a very, very long time. What they love is symbolism and subliminal.
Such an entitled woman. This is a typical New Age. Your typical New Age Karen.
We are beings made up of energy, actually very powerful energy. Hence why we.
She is so passive aggressive, like fuck all the time, and she's so angry. You know. Of course, she's talking about love and light. I don't feel the love, to be honest. It's like entitlement.
They understood that if you treat us like a dog and you wave a little treat in our face, we're gonna be so like, I want it. They understood the assignment. There are so many mainstream songs out there that sound like fluff. You know, they all sound fine. The lyrics are fine.
I just love these New Age people and like so delusional. Yeah, I agree about the music and the cellular level stuff. It's true, but
distortion in your energy on a fucking cellular level that you cannot even realize. And the thing about these big mainstream artists is you cannot get as famous as they get and not have to join the club. It's impossible. They don't allow you to elevate. They shut you down if you don't agree to joining. Anyways, so we as infinitely compassionate beings go to these events.
Infinitely compassionate beings? What the fuck are you talking about? There's no such thing.
Divine energy that rests within them, so they unconsciously give it away to the.
You can't have infinite compassion for everything. That's completely insane.
I did go to that show and I take full ownership because my intention was to have fun. I was aware of where I was placing my energy. The only problem with these types of events.
Somebody slaughters your family, your child, and you just have compassion for that person. There's something completely fucked up in your head. You have mental illness.
When I saw hundreds of people.
Somebody hurts people you love, and you just stand there and you feel like infinite compassion for that person. You're a psychopath. Something wrong with you.
You have infinite and divine consciousness within you at the core of your being. When I say you are God, I don't mean Jesus Christ. I mean God, infinite source energy, infinite consciousness.
Yeah, in a sense, she's correct about that we are God. In a sense that we are the source, split into different myriads of fractions. But the way she talks is there's like.
Give it away. So not only do you not know
I don't feel the love, to be honest. Well, then whatever.
Did you ever notice that our entire lives we were taught to always look up? So when we go to school, we look up at the teacher. When people go to church, they look up at the priest. When you go to fucking court, you look up at the judge. What this does unconsciously makes you always look up to someone higher as if you're inferior, which is just not the fucking truth. They always wanted to discontinue you away from your power. Keep you enslaved, keep you distracted. Yeah. I would much rather you go.
I agree about the enslaved part, but
place yourself, ground your energy before going there. You put yourself in a protective bubble because not only most of mainstream artists.
I can't stand that woman. She's kind of annoying.
When you go to events.
Yeah. Okay, you pick up these and don't wear black clothes. Only wear white stuff and carpe diem and vanilla Miller. Have your everything white and you don't have an ego and everybody's ego is just all of that crap.
Jag har saknat så mycket.
ofta som en bok är ju att jag får inte memorera.
Why is a commercial there?
Sånt svårt, men jag får hjälp direkt.
Oh. Oh. I don't know how I got out of that alive.
I can't stand Bashar, that guy's...
But I seemingly did. Well, the truth is, you may not have. You may have actually died. But then the guys may have said, are you sure you really
I'm channeling my higher self. I'm Bashar, the alien.
To make it seem as if you want to explore something in that life that's still going on, but you know it's a parallel reality. You said yes. So then you will simply wake up and go, wow, that was a close one. Maybe not even remembering that you actually died.
You're channeling your higher ego.
So the point is you're always in control of what's going on. So if you are still here, if you can still open your eyes, you must have made a choice that says that continuing to experience this physical reality in the way you're experiencing it is actually part of the way you want it to evolve. There's something that's going to happen that will add to you in a way that simply going into the non-physical won't give you. Otherwise, you would leave. There is something here you're excited about doing, otherwise you would leave. Because it actually is that easy.
I can't stand that guy.
Due to their unique physical properties, particularly their piezoelectric effect, this effect means that quartz can generate an electrical voltage when subjected to mechanical stress. This property is pivotal in creating precise and stable frequency standards. In electronic circuits, quartz crystals are used as crystal oscillators. The consistent oscillation of quartz under an electric field makes it ideal for keeping time in watches and clocks. This same principle is applied in computers and mobile phones, where quartz regulates the frequency of electronic circuits, ensuring accurate operation. Another significant technological application of quartz is in radio frequency transmission and reception.
I think I'm going to end the stream and do something else.
To generate stable carrier waves for radios and televisions.
But thanks for joining in,
Functioning of cell phones,
Omega.
where they help in signal transmission and reception.
See you in the
ensuring
next
clarity and
stream.
reducing signal loss. In addition, quartz is used in the manufacturing of electronic components like resonators and filters.